What's going on, family? So today I was doing some studying in the book of Matthew. I'm rereading the book of Matthew, understanding the character and the conduct of Christ, who he was, how he operated, things of that nature. And as I was studying, I'm reading in the section where it talks about Jesus sending the disciples out, right? And in that, what crossed my mind is this, that Jesus is sending the disciples out in his likeness. He's not just sending them out. He's sending them out in his likeness. He's sending them out in the character and conduct that he operates in. He's sending them out to do the very thing that they've been watching him do. They've been watching him heal people. They've been watching him cast out demons. They've been watching, they've been watching him teach and preach to everybody that is around. He's sending them out in his likeness because we're called to be in the image of Christ. We're called to imitate God in everything that we do in this life, to live our lives filled with love, following the examples of Christ. And right now, what you don't understand is this, that God is sending you out right now with the gift that you possess in his likeness. Every gift that you have is a gift from him. It is a quality that he has and a trait that he has inside of him. And he's sending you out in his likeness right now to go teach to that group of people, to go counsel to these people over here, to help heal this person, to help cast this demon out of this person. He's sending you out right now to go do things in his likeness, because that is what we're called to do. We're called to be in his likeness. We're called to love people how he loves us. We're called to help people as he helps us. He's called to show, we're called to show compassion. We're called to show kindness. We're called to do all of these things just as Christ does with us. That is our overall goal, to go out here in this world, to do things in his likeness. We've read in the stories of how he conducted himself. Now it's time for us to become the very things that we're reading. Just as the disciples saw with their eyes what Jesus was doing. From town to town, person to person, they watched what Jesus was doing, and he sent them out in his likeness, to imitate his character, to imitate his conduct, and to imitate his works, the things that he did. And I say that to say this, that God right now, he is calling you to a greater purpose in your life, to go to that town, to go to that job, or to leave that job, or to leave that town, to go conduct yourself in his likeness in the area that he's calling you to and the area that he's calling you from. And it's on us to be obedient to the calling that he has given us and the things that he is telling us that we have to do in this life. And when we do those things, we have to understand we have to let go. We have to let go of who we was, who we thought we was, who we thought we were going to be. We have to be willing and ready to let go of our former selves to be able to adopt the character and conduct that Jesus is, and the character and conduct that he's calling us to. Because he's calling us to his likeness. He's calling us to his likeness. And it's time to be obedient to that and stop fighting against that. We have to. It is truly important. And I want people to understand that message. That in the same way Jesus called the disciples, out in his likeness, he's calling us out to conduct ourselves in his likeness as well. So are you going to be obedient to that calling? Love y'all.